A lot of people are worried that this might cost the election for Trump. Now, hold on, man. If by July this ends, we are going to see the biggest market rally in the history of this country.
Oh, definitely.
And then Trump's going to autograph the thing again.
Yep.
You know, he autographed it on Friday, and then Monday it's like it crashes, the worst crash ever. So poor timing. But say, I come June, July, when this is over and confidence comes back, it is going to be a massive and insane rally.
And it's like
people are going to become rich overnight. Like he's going to make so many millionaires.
I agree. But then just the thought of, so Biden wins, Trump versus Biden on stage,
dude,
like Trump's gonna rip him apart, you know.
Even if the market collapsed completely and we were in like Mad Max territory,
even if Bernie wins,
who's Trump gonna lose to?
There is no one to
exactly.
lose to.
I just listened to them both talk the other day. It was just like, gosh, what?
Embarrassed for them.
My goodness, they were just yelling at each other.
The craziest thing to me is that right now we are being told by all of our local governments to bunker down, don't go out, shut these businesses down, and then Biden and Bernie had the nerve to go on stage and say, if you come here, you will not, under any circumstances, be held accountable. You will not be deported. And then Bernie, even when I say, and I will give you free healthcare. So hold on. You're telling me our beds are overrun, the ICUs are at their capacity, and we better stay inside, not go to the movies, not buy food, and just hide from 8 p.m. to 5 in the morning. And then you want to let in all these other people to use our ICU beds that we don't have? Dude, if you want to get me swearing on stream, this is the close I'll get.
Take a breath.
Don't you tell me I can't go outside because we're facing medical system capacity. And then you're going to tell these people who are not in our country, not citizens, not taxpayers, they get access to our medical system. This is where we're being stretched to the limit.
You're right.
And they had the nerve in the midst of a crisis where they had no audience because of the crisis, both of them saying, we're not going to deport anybody. And if they come to the hospital, you're good to go. Dude.
You know what? You're right. And now I'm really mad. So thank you for
that.
that.
I'm so mad.
Woo.
I am sitting in my house. We can't go to the movies. We can't go to the mall. I can't go out and get a nice meal with you guys, get a burger at a local shop. But they're going to go on TV in front of everyone in America and say.
So Governor Cuomo got on TV yesterday and said that the ICU was 80% full just from the normal ICU stuff going on in New York City.
Nothing to do with coronavirus.
Exactly. So it was
normal.
like the natural normal.
Exactly.
And when I worked in the hospital, the ICU was constantly full. We would get patients too early, patients who shouldn't have been moved yet. Sometimes they would have to go back, but they needed the beds. So this is how they run hospitals. And Governor Cuomo was talking about it again today. And we only have 20% of the hospital beds in New York, or the ICU beds in New York, to make this happen. And they're talking on TV. This is such bad optics for them to get up there and talk about free healthcare for illegal people. That's absolutely amazing.
I got a message from someone saying that one of their family members has cancer and was turned away for follow-up treatment, saying you can get your follow-up treatment at a later time. We need the beds right now for coronavirus patients.
That's amazing.
So you're going to tell me this. Someone's going to show up to a hospital, not a citizen, illegal immigrant. You're saying they refuse to be held. Biden said, you will not under any circumstance be held accountable. That's a really weird way to say it too.
Yeah,
it's like you knew what they did was wrong. You're going to put that person in one of our beds we pay for through everything we do.
Taxes we pay.
Yeah,
taxes we pay.
Taxes, right.
And then when my neighbor's dad is dying of cancer, you're going to say you can't come because this person who's not from here came here illegally, and we're going to let him have that bed.
Yeah, I always consider myself a liberal, and I'm just being pushed further.
Hard.
But dude,
is this the right side of the screen?
Yeah.
Am I going?
I don't know.
This
Whatever.
way?
There you go. That's better.
I'm being pushed.
But this isn't a conservative position.
It's not, and it shouldn't be.
Exactly.
It's that liberals used to the liberal position is community based, but it's not socialist open borders.
Right.
What Bernie and Biden are doing right now is I don't know how to describe it other than chaotic pandering psychosis.
Yeah, the pandering.
The reason why I call it psychosis is a bit hyperbolic, but look at it this way. There's literally no logic in Bernie Sanders' statements where he said, the globalization policies have backfired. It's a national security threat. In a statement, he said, what's happened with China has been a disaster. But then he goes on and say, we're not going to deport you. We're going to decriminalize border crossings and give you access to our healthcare. How can you simultaneously call out the problem of globalization? How can Bernie Sanders only a year ago say, not even a year ago, he did an interview with the New York Times where he said, illegal immigrants depress wages and hurt the American worker. And then he has the nerve to go on TV and say this. It is paradoxical. He is contradicting himself because he doesn't actually have principles he's standing on. He is trying to manipulate people for votes, and this is why he lost me. In 2015, when Bernie said open borders is Koch brothers' proposal, I said, wow.
Yeah.
He was talking about unions and working class. He said Second Amendment, rural versus urban. There's a big argument. I was like, wow, Bernie, that's a great argument.
Yeah.
I remember like being all into Bernie back then, and it's like he's, slowly like polarized each of his different points that he keeps bringing up, because they're very similar. He keeps bringing up the same stuff over and over and over again, but they're being changed little by little over the years.
Even Biden, man.
Yeah.
Biden's now saying moratorium on all deportations. They're being pushed in this direction. And I'm like, the craziest thing to me, I'll quote Bill Maher. He said when, who was it? Elizabeth Warren, I think. Was it Warren? She said that she was going to have, no, it wasn't Warren. He said that they were catering to, they were trying to pass a policy to get transgender prison inmates to vote. And he was like, why are you going after that voting demographic of 452 people?
Dude.
Yeah.
So when you see, here's what I see with Bernie and Biden. Why are you pandering to a demographic that can't vote?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
They're not American voters. Who are you talking to?
Or they shouldn't be voting.
I already have this issue with universal health care because I don't want to pay for people who don't take care of themselves.
You nasty conservative.
And then
Adam.
they need help. I'm a healthy person. I do a lot of research on what I consume, what I eat. And that's really important. I brush my teeth. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't care and just waste away. And then they need treatment. And then it's like they're saying that I have to pay for that. I'm finding issues with this.
I have an easy analogy. We've got a bunch of we had to get some trees taken down because they were on the verge of falling over. They were diseased.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, so we had to take them down. It was kind of sad. I hate to see trees go. And so you've been chopping that a bit. Now imagine the neighbors were like, we're cold, so we're taking your wood. You're like, whoa, first of all, those were our trees.
Yeah.
We paid to remove them because it's sad. We regret it, to a certain degree. And now we've done the work to actually get the firewood.
Yeah.
And then they say, yeah, we'll share the firewood. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, basically.
People who didn't.
No, not even that. It's people coming from other countries going,
Right.
oh yeah, well we need this also.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people from a town
what?
over
Right.
coming
yeah.
over here and being like,
Not even my neighbors, you know?
yeah.
Literally have
It's
no stake
people
in the whole thing.
that don't even know me.
Yeah.
So here's the
I'd
issue.
probably hook up the neighbors. They're all pretty nice. Shout out to our neighbors.
Right.
I look at conservative and liberal
Yeah.
from what they've always been. And what happens is because many conservatives have always called leftists liberals, it's been conflated.
Yeah.
I take issue with that because liberals and conservatives agree on a ton. I think social programs are a good thing
Yeah, I agree.
for Americans.
In certain situations.
I think, we as Americans are all part of a community that takes care of each other.
Yeah.
And I'm totally on board with immigration. People should be able to come here and apply
Totally.
and do all that stuff.
We're based on that.
And then once you're in, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
We got benefits for you just like everybody else. But what they're proposing now is not liberal policy. It is insane, illogical policy that cannot exist.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Bernie can't tell you how much it costs for Medicare for all. Tack on all of the illegal immigrants. There was 1 million last year who would now want access to our medical system, which many of them still get. And it's like, how do you pay for that? Especially at a time of global pandemic when we're at our capacity. They are begging us to flatten the curve. That's what they're saying.
Right.
We got to flatten the curve, guys. If too many people get sick at once, our medical system will be overloaded. Now, while we're flattening the curve, we're going to decriminalize border crossings and grant access to all these immigrants to our healthcare system.
So you guys take responsibility, and under the radar, we're just going to do all this stuff that you had no say in. We're going to run in some socialism, some UBI, and some free healthcare for illegals.
Emergency
Awesome.
socialism.
I am stoked.
Emergency socialism.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are we still on super chats? Or we're super chatting right now.
We're
I mean,
rolling.
well, we
We've-
basically just...
We did a little
Did a
spiel.
little segment there.
I mean, there's been a lot going on today.
I know,
So
it's
I guess
true.
we got a lot out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Feels
read
good,
some more
man.
super
Yeah,
chats.
let's get back to it.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday or Become a member of this channel, and for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts. Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.